Time management is something that I completely suck at and struggle with. It's something that I haven't been good at all my life, and I really need to find something that works for me and that I could use to really utilize my time and be productive. And I know that I'm not the only one. I know that many of my friends and people around me always say we're running out of time. Time is flying. Oh my God, how are we already in November? And this, I feel like, is across board. A lot of us feel like we just don't have enough hours in the day. So what are some of the things that we can do to be more productive and to use our time more wisely? I need to apply this myself, and I know that there's so many people that struggle with this, so I think that this is something that we could really all use. If you haven't been to my page, welcome. I'm Hamasa. I look at emotional and mental well-being, personal development, and day-to-day issues. Please do subscribe so that you're up to date with all my weekly content. I think I heard a video a few years back that really stuck in my mind, and this person explained that time should be looked at as money. So the same way that we either spend the money, we waste money, or we invest money, is the same theory that we should apply to time. You either waste time, you spend time, or you invest time. And if you apply that to your everyday, when you're doing something, for example, scrolling through your phone aimlessly for hours, then that's time wasted. And when it comes to money, because it's physical, we can see it, we will start panicking. If we're wasting £400 or £500 a day, which is equivalent to wasting 4 or 5 hours on your phone scrolling, we will notice that. But when it comes to time, and we do that with scrolling through our phones and being aimless, we kind of just think, it's okay, I'm doing something, or this is a part of my day. But it shouldn't be, because that is time wasted. The same theory that money would be wasted. So whenever you do something, or you plan your day, look at how much time you're spending, how much you're wasting, and how much you're investing. By spending, I mean you're doing things, they're not necessarily there to get you far in life, or that you're spending it in your future, or is bringing you something, but there are things that you need to do, and therefore you need to spend that time on. For example, if you go grocery shopping, then you're spending the money, but you need to eat, and so you're buying stuff, you're spending money on things that you need. Same as time. If it means that you need to see family, you need to run errands, you need to do laundry, that's time spent doing something, because you need to do those things. They're not necessarily time invested, because they're not getting you to the next step. They're not moving you forward in life, but they're essentials, and they're necessities, and they're important, so they need to be done. So whenever you're doing something, if you bring yourself back to the moment and realize, is this time wasted, spent, or invested? It puts things into perspective a lot easier. And some of the tips that I'd give to you guys to utilize your time wisely in the day is, first is time blocking. I'm not that good at it. I have a love-hate relationship. The days that I do use time blocking, I find that I'm a lot more productive and I'm a lot more structured. But unfortunately, I don't have the discipline to always apply it. So I need to get into the habit of doing this. So I'm going to be doing this with you guys. And time blocking is to plan out your day, not on the day, because you will be overwhelmed and panicked. However, you need to plan it like a few days before, a week before, the night before, and really block out your time. 12 to 1, lunchtime, blocked out. So if you feel peckish or hungry at 11:30, do not stop what you're doing to go eat. Understand that my lunchtime is coming at 12 o'clock and I've blocked out that hour for my lunch. I've got time to do that. I can do that. So I don't need to panic. I don't cut time from this task to make sure that I get the next one done, because I've blocked out time for each and everything I need to do. So if you plan your day in terms of hourly or half an hourly time blocks, it will be very easy for you to get on through the day and not get distracted and not go off and do things that you shouldn't be doing at the wrong time. So you're using your time and utilizing it in the way that's best for you and planned out, and so you will be able to get a lot more done. That's one method. The second thing is, a lot of people always say like eat the frog, which means do the most important task first. However, if you're someone who procrastinates like me and finds it difficult to start things, then if you make a list of things that you need to do, so making lists are very important, which is kind of similar as time blocking, but making lists isn't necessarily allocating a time, but just understanding the things that you need to do in the day. It's important to get the important task done first, but what happens is, for example, if the important task is a massive email that you need to write out, and then you're going to get 200 responses from that, that important task now has consumed most of your day, and you're not actually getting other things that was in your list of things to do finished. So eating the frog may work in certain situations and certain scenarios for certain people, but it's not always the most productive way of dealing with your day. What happens is that it could overwhelm you, and the response of it and the time that it may take may kind of push away all your other challenges that you need to do, or all your other tasks that you have at hand. So go by either chronological order, or if you made a list, just tick off whatever you could do right there and then. Because with things like lack of motivation, when you actually start taking action, the motivation comes. It's not like motivation comes, then you take action. You take action for the motivation to come. So if you start off ticking off little challenges or little tasks on your list, that will then motivate you to tackle the bigger ones. Or it motivates you to understand that, okay, I got all of this done, I only have this and this left. And when you look at the list and the numbers and you see that you have a lot less left to do, it motivates you to carry on doing them. So eating the frog isn't always the best possible way to go forward, or isn't always the most productive way of dealing with a busy day. The timer on your phone is your best friend. If you struggle with really keeping time, then put the timer on and really give yourself like an hour to do something important, and then half an hour to eat, and then 20 minutes to do something that's more mundane and boring. But time it, and this way, if you are doing a boring task, when that buzzer goes, you're excited to do the next challenge, the next thing. So you're glad that the boring bit is over, and you have the clock ticking. It puts you in the work mode, it motivates you, and it makes you want to finish off and puts that pressure on for you to concentrate. You're not there rolling your eyes, doodling on a piece of paper, trying to procrastinate and not write that email. You're not there online shopping when you have a whole bunch of things to do. You know that time's running out, and so when your timer on your phone is ticking away, it makes you want to do things more. I've noticed that, so try and apply it and see if it works for you. And lastly, I'd say use the 5-second rule. The 5-second rule is something that if you're holding your phone and you get an email and you can do it right there and then, and it'll take you 5 seconds to respond, then do it. I'm one of those people who looks at a message and I feel that I should respond, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll do it later. I leave it in my inbox and then I forget about it. And then a week later I remember, oh my God, I didn't let this so-and-so know that I was okay with this. Worst habit. So the 5-second rule is something that I'm trying very hard to apply, because I am one of those people that puts things to later and then forgets. So if you can do it in front of you right there and then, and it could be done quickly, go ahead and do that. Do not leave it for later. Most likely you'll forget. And if you don't forget, then you can't be bothered doing it later. When it could have been done, it would have taken you 5 seconds and it would have been off your plate. So if you're someone like me who struggles with time management, try and apply the theory of time is money. And are you wasting that time, spending that time, or investing that time? And when you look at it that way, it's really easy to bring yourself back and think, what the hell am I doing? I've been scrolling aimlessly through social media for the past 3 hours, and then I sit and complain that I don't have enough time. I hope you guys found this helpful. Please do share it with someone who may need it. Please subscribe to my page, like and comment on this video, and I'll see you guys again here next week. Thank you for watching. Mwah.